Enduring the pivot. So recently, God has been highlighted to me, Joshua and Caleb, right? So for anyone who knows the Bible, you know the story of when Moses sent the leaders of each tribe to go ahead and scope out the promised land. Now, when they went to the promised land, when they came back, around 10 of the men, they had a negative report, right? When they went into the land, though it was a land flowing with milk and honey, they saw giants. And because they saw those giants, they were terrified of the giants. But instead of being honest with themselves and realizing who God was and knowing that God was on their side, they came back with a negative report telling the people that there are giants in the land that would destroy them, that would kill them, and so they're not able to go into the land. However, Caleb and Joshua, when they went into the land, though they saw the giants, they came back and they were positive. They came back and they knew that because God was on their side, that they would be able to go in and conquer the giants and take the land and possess the land, right? Possess your possession. And so God has been highlighting Caleb and Joshua to me because one of the things that I'm realizing is that though Caleb and Joshua were obedient, though Caleb and Joshua were ready to listen and obey the Lord, they also too did not get to go into the promised land at that point in time. Later on, they definitely did go into the promised land. However, they had to endure the pivot. They had to endure the wilderness for 40 more years, dealing and putting up with everything that the Israelites were going through. They had to endure it. And so one of the things that God has been showing me recently is that there's purpose in a pivot, and God may be asking you to pivot. I know one of the things about me is I'm able to sense a shift. I'm able to sense when one season has ended and there's going to be the beginning of another one. But since the starting of this year, I've been feeling as though I'm trying to remember the word that I had used, but it's like this in between space. You understand? It's like I'm in this space where one season has ended, but I'm not able to step into the other one, right? And in this season, I've been trying for the the life of me, because if anybody knows me, God brought me out of a 9-to-5 last year. He hasn't allowed me to work since. And so in this season, while I'm in this pivot, I'm like, okay, maybe I can work a 9-to-5 to pass the time. I'm like, maybe, God has been talking to me about moving to this place. Maybe I can, go ahead and work on arrangements, try to see what it is that I can do. Because I'm in this place of not knowing. I'm in this place, and everything that I try to do, I feel like this pressing on my chest. If you read Deuteronomy, I think it's chapter 1. I don't know if it's around like verse 42 or verse 49, but 7, thereabout. You understand, where it talks about when God was telling the people to do not go into the promised land, because he's like, if you go, like, I will not be with you, right? And it's almost like God is telling me, like, hey, don't move forward. I want you to endure the pivot. And so I've been feeling everything that I try to do. I've been feeling this pressing on my chest, and God has just been telling me to wait. He has just been telling me to rest. And so if you have to endure the pivot, let me tell you something, just endure it, because there's purpose in the pivot.